here, and I hope that you are doing well. And now that I'm finally here, we can get into it. We can get into it. How are you doing? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let me know how you're doing. And today we're talking about, we talk so much about where you didn't want to go for dates, how not to date, where not to take you, but where do you want them to take you? I was with some girls last night. We were having a discussion about that, where they want gentlemen to take them, how you want to be approached, um, and more. So stay tuned. Listen to Dear Jelly on the X. What you say, Gina? Ooh, let me say that next. What's your dream date? I gotta get my cards. This is just welcome to spring break. Welcome to spring break, right?
Breaking.
So we're meeting on Friday night. Where is Spotify? Lord.
And you're lost on the way.
I don't see Spotify. Okay, so the guy that was in here, he logged out of everything. Bastard. The Spinatron stuff, everything is gone. Turned off all the lights. What the hell?
He shut it down.
He did. He messed up all my stuff. Hey, Nora. I can't put on no music. I don't. Arjun, let me call you back. I gotta get some help.
Okay, all right.
All right, bye. Hey. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. How's your weekend going? Good to see y'all. Sorry, y'all. The guy that's before me, He's new and he logged out of everything. And I normally just come in and I don't know how to log into. I don't know how to log in. Hey.
Hey, so flip your camera and let me see the screen. Okay, you're good. So here's what you do. On the search bar, type this website, okay?
Okay.
It's Spinatron, so SPINI.
Okay, so it says Spinatron login.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He probably wasn't thinking. Yeah, and then you normally log in, right?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so you're good to go with that. Did you need to do any CDs?
No, Spotify is gone.
Okay.
I mean,
at the bottom left corner where the white bar is, type in Spotify.
There it
On
is.
the screen. Yeah, there you go. And then you've logged into Spotify before, right?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I was like,
that's-
what am I going to...
Yeah.
I came in like, first of all, it's black. My car, I had to get my car jumped. So I got here a little late, but I'm like, everything's gone. All right. Thank you. All right, y'all. Sorry. If you're hearing other things right now, it's because I couldn't get on. Could not get on. How are y'all doing? What's going on? Close my whole everything off. Hey, Erica.
Hey, sorry, my battery died when we were talking.
Of
So
course.
you good?
I will be. Of course, like I'm shuffled or whatever, however you say that. So I can't remember my Spotify password.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm all the way thrown off.
What time the shows? It's 7.
7 to 8.
Oh.
Yep.
Is it just automation?
That's what I'm playing because I ain't got nothing else. Can't get on.
You got your laptop though, right?
Yeah, but I'm
Are you on Spotify on your laptop?
I'm streaming on my laptop.
Oh.
So I got 3 people sitting in a room with me, looking like it's
So
okay,
let's
Jim.
say, you know what? You can also connect with the Bluetooth at the station and play off your phone.
How do I do that?
You go to settings, Bluetooth, and then I forgot which one it is. I think it's WXMA or something with the board.
Huh?
Yeah, you go to on your phone. You go to settings, Bluetooth, and I forgot the Bluetooth for this board. It should be. I think it's listed on the board itself. The name of the Bluetooth, and you can play your music off of that. You just have to.
Yeah, there's no devices. There's nothing coming up.
Nothing's coming up. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the original plan. Are you logged into Spotify yet?
Nope. I'm waiting for them to send me a code to because they locked me out for trying too many times. There it is.
Is it a public? You got it?
Yeah. I'm about to
All right.
recreate a thing. I'm just gonna talk on the air and just talk.
All right.
I feel like crying. Jesus.
Yeah. Or you can maybe pull a CD from the rack, look in the R&B section, see if they got some. It's old. It's old crap. I know it's old crap.
This is crazy. Are you coming in this week?
Yeah, I am. I was gonna go to Atlanta, but I'm gonna go on Friday.
Okay, I'll come up here.
Oh yeah, please do.
I will. Thank you. All right.
Hey, no problem. Love you.
Love you. Okay, bye. All right, y'all. Let's just talk. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Sorry, guys. I was having some technical issues. But I am here. Where's the headset? I am here. And people that are on live chat get to see me fumbling around today because I have been fumbling trying to get into the system. It's just a whole bunch going on, guys. But I digress. I'm here. How are you? Happy Sunday. I'm so excited to be back again with you. And so last night I was having a chat with some ladies and they were talking about how a lot of men are now saying no dinner for first dates. And I'm okay with that. But they were just saying because they don't want to waste their money and their time. And that's the part that I'm like, considering how that whole thing about no Cheesecake Factory and certain other places for first dates, considering that, I definitely understand that. But we're talking about how do you get back to what you are willing to do in terms of what are you okay doing? Let me share while you're thinking about that. Let me share this with you. Insight Counseling. Insight Counseling Centers is a nonprofit organization that exists to restore lives to wholeness, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually by providing compassionate mental health counseling services to individuals, couples, and families across Middle Tennessee. Committed to affordability, Insight offers professionally licensed psychotherapy on an income-based scale. More information is available at insightcounselingcenters.org. So in terms of the coffee dates, like what are we willing to do? I know I feel like we talked about this before, but it's getting warmer outside. We're looking at our boundaries. We're looking at what we're comfortable doing. Do you require a dinner date? One of the ladies last night was like, no, I need a dinner date. This is what I need, a dinner date. So are you also of the persuasion that you need a dinner date so that you can talk to the person? The other person said that she required an activity date. So if you want to date her, all of her first dates are at an establishment where you get to play games and bowl and do things of that nature. So she said all of her first dates are there. That way she can see if the person is boring, if they're fun, if they can hold a conversation and do activities. So what do you think about that? Do you have requirements? Do you have things that you require for your first dates? Do you need an activity date or do you prefer one where you can sit and talk to the person? Are you okay with coffee or do you need to do something else to know if this is going to work or not? What do you need? What do you need? What do you require? What works best for you? Oh, thank goodness I am finally in the system. What works good for you? What works for you? Are you okay with so I guess I can say the name, like something like where you can play games. I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese, but for adults. So that's what she was saying in terms of her dates. Like this is what she requires. If you want to date her, you have to take her to a place like that. Is that something that you require as well? Or are you also of the whole no dinner, just coffee, and then if it goes well, then we can look at doing something else? I kind of like the idea. Like I don't have the whole requirement, but I kind of like the idea of doing an activity because I feel like that can also help you get to know the actual person and take the nerves off. And yeah, speaking of nerves, I'm trying to get the nerves off of me dealing with my vehicle and then um, not being able to get on the line. So yeah, let me know what you think. Well, I'm gonna change up the vibes today, y'all. I'm gonna change up the vibes, play something different so I can feel a little rattled here. And so we're gonna change up the vibes that we normally do for today. Um, ooh, Tia says, I'm okay with a coffee date or ice cream date. I've gone to free expos with a guy before. My intention is to see if we have a vibe. Now if he always trying to avoid dinner, then I'm gonna give him a side eye. Okay, so it sounds like T is like at some point we're going to have dinner. At some point we're going to have dinner. So I was sharing how I was with some girls last night, girls' night, and we were talking about what they required. And so one person's like, "Hey, I require coffee date for my first date is required. You're going to go to coffee with me." And that's what a lot of men are saying on their profiles now, like coffee, no dinner. Dinner would not be a first date because they don't want to spend that money. Another person was saying how she has a place that she requires that men take her on her first date. And it's kind of like a, Chuck E. Cheese for kids, right? So she requires they go there so she can see if they're fun. If they can't have fun with her, then no, she's not going. So do you have a place that you like to go to that you require? Do you have a place or a first date? Like on our first date, we must go for a walk. On our first date, we must go to church. On our first date, we must go to the corner of whatever to shoot dice. I don't know. What is something that you do? Or do you leave it up to the individual and say, hey, let them pick what they want to do? Is there anything in particular that you do on the first date? Let me know. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Thanks for the encouragement. Your girl is all the way thrown off, okay? I'm so... Something is beeping. What is going on? Something is beeping. Yeah, well. Tell me you know somebody. You don't have a preference? I wouldn't mind do something fun, but I also enjoy dinner. I mean, if you do a thing like basically what she says is all her dates have to take her to Dave and Buster's. Is it your call? Is it your call? So that's what she's saying. Like all her dates, she requires that all her dates take her to Dave and Buster's. And that way she gets to see how they eat. She gets to see everything. See if they're lame, see if they're fun. And I thought that was interesting because I had never thought about that. Normally I'm like, oh, let's go to dinner and talk and get to know each other. And her thing is like, no. Her thing is no. They have to go to Dave and Buster's, and she takes them all to the same Dave and Buster. And I think that would be kind of awkward, but it works. And I'm pretty sure there are men who do the same thing too, right? Take people to a specific spot for their dates. It's kind of genius. You already know you're gonna like the food. You like the atmosphere. You get to have fun because you're playing games, do what you want to do. And if it works out with the person, great. And if it doesn't, great. Boy, I gotta watch my back. I'm not just saying anybody. Because some people don't want to spend money, I guess, on the first date. That's what the whole thing is. They don't want to spend money. Or if they spend money, they want to spend money doing what they enjoy. Thank y'all for being on here with me today. Oh, it has been a crazy couple of days. Boom, 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 boom. But of course, I don't think you tell the person that they go to the same place, though. I'm pretty sure you don't tell them. You just suggest it. Let's go to Dave and Buster's. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville, 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. If you're tracking back, that was Aaliyah with Are You That Somebody off the I Care For You 2002 release. Hey, listen to Dear Jelly. I do want to share with you that there was once a time when radio was run by real live DJs with unique personalities and shows that reflected their community. Now there's automation across the dial. But here at WXNA, we do it the old-fashioned way, by the community, for the community, and only survives with your support. Go to WXNAFM.org and donate or become a member today. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about we had shows and there were social media. Everything has been talking about what women don't want, what women, men, what they don't want to do for dates. They don't want to go to certain places. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. But last night, I had a conversation with some friends about what they do want or they do require. One talks about how she requires coffee dates because in that way, it's chill. You're sitting. It's short. So if it goes great, you make a plan for another date. And a lot of men I've noticed on profiles. Yes, your girl is back on the profiles. I am on profiles. Well, not profiles. I'm on one. One, which was encouraged by some friends that are online now, but I digress. And a lot of the men are talking about how they're like, just so you know, the first date is going to be a coffee date. I'm not spending money, especially like if you come and I don't like you. Okay. Another friend was talking about how she requires that the men, their first date is at an establishment, kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults, Dave and Buster type of thing. And she goes to the same place every time. She orders the same thing, plays games, wants to see how you are, if you're competitive, what you're like on a first date. And that way, if you are terrible, it doesn't matter because she loves the place. She loves the food. She's comfortable because she knows what to expect. Establishment-wise, she does not share with the men that they're all going to the same place for the first date. So they'd be like, oh, have you been here before? And she's like, yeah, I've been here a couple of times. They don't know it's a regular first date place. Nora says, I wouldn't mind to do something fun, but I also enjoy dinner. I don't have any first date requirements. My only requirement is that he pays. If we do a paint activity in the park, that sounds fun, or a fun win Oh, a fun wine tasting. Putt or laser tag. I appreciate thought and effort. So here's my other question, my follow-up question. Do you let him choose? Or the other person that asked you out, do you let them choose or do you choose? Jenna says, I like fun dates, but coffee has been fun lately. What's so fun about coffee? Are you trying different drinks at the same time? Are you going to the same coffee establishment? Let me know. Nora says, I like the idea of a fun date. I never thought about it. If a man is passionate about something and wants to share that with me on the first date, I'm open to it. That I like the sound of that. Tia says, that's smart. You see how he deals with competition, etc. Exactly. You see how he is. If you whooping him at the basketball, because obviously you go there a lot on a lot of dates. I mean, let's be clear. There's some games you play very well. Mm-hmm. Nora says, if you like me, you'll spend money on me. That's how I see it. Yes, that is how. Tia. Yes, that is how it should be. And vice versa, right? Or do you do like, hey, I plan, you plan? And if I plan, you plan, is it you pay, I pay? How does that work for you? Nora said, I had a friend who was talking to a guy who told her that he only takes women to coffee dates first and then to dinner or a real date if he liked the women. Yes, and that's what I'm finding on a lot of dating profiles, that's what men are saying. They're saying, just so you know, if we go on a date, it is a coffee date. You're paying for your own coffee. I'm paying for mine. And if I like you, then we'll go out again together, and then he'll pay. Nora, I'd like him to ask me what I'd like to do. Give me options. So if they're asking you what you want to do, and you're giving you options, do you want them to give you choice options? Like there's this, there's this, or do you want them to give you the option to choose what you want to do? Jenna, no different. Small coffee or tea spots, places I have never been. So you do a different tea and coffee spot every time. Okay. I mean, but if that's the regular thing, then you know it's chill. You know about how long you plan to be there. You already know what to wear, kind of like this is the coffee vibe. And you know, most times it's probably gonna be like in the morning, so it's not gonna take long. Nora, I got off of dating sites. I got off of dating sites. Those men weren't the best. Girl, I know quite a few people who that's where they met their husbands, and this is even like recently. That's where they met their spouses. I mean, because, you know, honestly, they're not that different than when I meet men in person. So, just from my own experience. Jenna says, I'm always prepared to pay for my coffee, but the two I went out with paid for me. Nice. I mean, it's coffee. Which is what threw me off with the person talking about, you know, with the person talking about, you know, how you pay for your coffee and then he'll pay for his coffee. And then if he likes you, he'll pay on the next day. I'm like, it's coffee. It's coffee. Jenna didn't put them out, but like $5-ish dollars. Exactly. It's coffee. It's coffee. I'm just saying. It's interesting conversation though. I mean, because these are things that, I mean, I guess the era that we're in now, this is where we are, y'all. This is where we are. And people are looking to feel special, right? And you should always want to feel special. But now it seems like it's like, no, show me that you are special first and worth it first. And then I'll pay for it. Which is crazy. But oh, here's a goodie, but oh, here's I Want to Dance with Somebody. That's what I'm saying. I want to dance with somebody. Have some fun. Here's I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston's and Dear Jelly on the X. So do you suggest coffee shops every time, Jenna? Because it's easier to get out as a parent? It's been an interesting day. Nora, so if you're off of the dating apps, how are you looking to meet men now? Like, are you going out to where a lot of them are? How are you meeting them? My loneliness calls. Uber and Lyft. I go every now and again. We mean Uber and Lyft. How does that work? I had that one driver who took me on a girl. What happened with that? Did y'all keep going out? You talk again? So you just be hopping in cars, looking and smelling amazing, and then hope they ask you out? Do you ask them out? I got questions. Talk to me. Do you really be going places, or are you just ordering Ubers to meet men? I had that one driver that took me on a really nice date. I go to sports bars. I go to sports bars every once in a while. They ask me out. I've only gone with one. I Uber and Lyft to work. Oh, so you never heard from him again? That's weird. All these men be single. With somebody who loves me. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Where are other ladies meeting men? I don't know. I don't know. I guess asking friends and families. I do not know. That's what I want to know. But I didn't even think about the Uber thing. That's amazing that you're just hopping in cars. That's like a movie. You just hopping in Ubers and they're like, yes, ma'am, welcome home. Dance. I had a guy at church ask me out a few months ago. Did you go? Or is that like work? You don't date where you don't poop where you eat. I wonder if Juan's coming today. That's a long song. Back when they used to make 5-minute songs. Good night. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Hey, happy Sunday, tracking back. That was Whitney Houston with I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Ultimate Collection. Not sure what year that was released. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much. We are having, I'm having an interesting conversation with some pretty awesome people. Before I get into what we're talking about, I do want to share with you about the Oasis Center. Oasis Center provides hope, healing, and support to over 4,000 youth and their families each year. Their 20-plus programs include Just Us at Oasis, the only intentional positive development programming focusing exclusively on LGBTQ plus youth in the state of Tennessee. Learn more at oasiscenter.org. So we've been having a conversation with some pretty sharp women about dating and whether we have requirements of where our first date's going to be, what we like. I was out the other night with some friends, last night, and we were discussing how even like on dating apps, a lot of men are saying, hey, I'm only doing coffee dates. You pay for your own coffee. I pay for mine. If I like you, then I'll pay for the next date. So, one of the ladies was sharing how she does coffee dates, and even Jenna on here was talking about how she does coffee dates. And then another one says that she requires dinner. If you want to date her, she requires dinner. She's not doing coffee. She's not doing activities. You must take her to dinner and pay for her dinner. And then someone else said they do activity dates, like a Dave and Buster or Chuck E. Cheese, something where you're doing games, and that she takes them all her first dates are at the same place. She eats the same thing. She plays games, gets to see how he is, if he's competitive or not. And she's comfortable because she goes there regularly. And I thought that was kind of smart. And so we're trying to figure out, like, does anybody here have anything in terms of what they do or require for first dates? And Nora was sharing how she's off of dating sites. She doesn't really like dating sites anymore, but she takes an Uber to and from the work, and the Uber drivers are asking her out on dates. And she had a really great date with a gentleman. She goes to sports bars every once in a while. She just hops in an Uber, smelling, looking good, and they're like, hey, marry me. Just kidding. She didn't say that. But so how are you? How are you meeting people? Where are we meeting people? That's what Nora said. Where are the other ladies meeting men? So if you're not meeting them online, if you're not online, how are you meeting them? She said, I had a guy ask me out on a date. I had a guy at church ask me out a few months ago. I did not go. He wasn't my type. Did that make it awkward though? Because then it's like you raise your hand and pray. He says, turn to your neighbor. And it's that guy looking at you like, don't turn and look at me. You turn me down. Sorry. I know that's okay. I'm sorry. I know that's probably not funny, but I don't know. That tickled me. Nora says there's a group on Facebook called Be Social Nashville. They have events and people meet there. I haven't gone yet. Oh, cool. So I guess there's groups on, maybe they're meeting on Facebook, but isn't Facebook just like the apps? I guess you can vet people better. Jenna says, I went to Six Flags on a date once, but that was years ago. Whoa! Was that a first date though? Or like you already been on a date? Because that is interesting. I feel like Nora gets in these cars and these men are like Usher. Here's Usher when you make me wanna. He was in Dear Jelly on the X. What day was that you going on Six Flags? That's cool. They ain't doing that. It could have been the first date. You make me. Couldn't have been the first date. You make me. Oh, hey, DL. Hey, VL. Hey, Lindsay. How are y'all doing? Thanks for popping in. Now you make me wanna. How y'all doing? The first day was skating. That's a fun activity date. That's a fun activity date. I don't know. I think I like the whole take them to the same place every time. The barista knows you. You comfortable. They're like, yo, I know a nice place. And it just be your regular place. Just don't tell them that you take everybody to the same place. I hurt my hand the other day. Wait, why were you in New York? How long ago was this? This sounds amazing. Hold on, let me get this. Smells good. This boy. I went on a nice day to New York with a lawyer. He took me on a walk around Astoria Park to a beer garden for dinner, and we walked across the Brooklyn Bridge. I met him at a coworker's birthday party. What happened? That sounds magical. So I don't know where people are meeting people nowadays, but I do like the idea of letting them know up front, if you're dating me, this is what I require. Like the young lady said, she requires dinner. If you can't do dinner, I'm not the one you try and take out. I'm with her. Oh, you did an internship. Whatever happened to that guy? Y'all keep in touch. You just had this magical date in New York that you have for memories. Because that sounds like a really nice date. We're still friends. Oh, you're still friends. That's cool. That's really cool. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Tracking back, that was Usher with You Make Me Wanna off of the My Way 1997 release. If you're just joining us, hey, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we're having a conversation with some pretty great people. And we've been talking about, how some people have their must-haves of where you want to take them. Discussing how I was out with some girls the other night, and we were talking about how on the dating sites, men are saying, hey, we're meeting for coffee. You're paying for your coffee. I'm paying for my coffee. I'm not paying for your coffee. If I like you, I'm paying for dinner for the next date. And then how some people are like, our first date has to be at a coffee shop. Another woman said, my first date must be dinner. If you do not want to pay for dinner, because you must pay for it. If you don't want to pay for dinner, then I'm not the one you're going to take out. And then another peer said that she requires outings, meaning there's activities, and she has a spot that she uses for her dates. She has a spot. And every time she goes on a first date, it's the same place. What is it? Okay. It's the same place. She said she pretty much orders the same thing, and she has a great time. So would you be down with something like that? Requiring, having a thing. And if you do have standards, this is what you require, stand by those standards. Stand by your standards. Stand by your standards. Hold on to that. Nora says, I went on a nice day in New York with a lawyer. He took me on a walk around Astoria Park to a beer garden for dinner, and we walked across the Brooklyn Bridge. I met him at a co-worker's birthday party. Meeting at events held by your friends is a great way to meet eligible men. We're still friends on Instagram and IG, and she thinks he's running for some office in New York. Oh, okay. Lindsay says, what about an escape room date? You can figure out how their communication style. You can figure out how their communication style is on the spot. So I've never been to an escape room, and now I want to go because I'm wondering about myself. I don't know that. Aren't escape rooms like stressful? I just feel like if he required an escape room date, and especially if I'm not having a great day, I don't know. I might mess it up for myself. I've never been on an escape room. I've never been to an escape room. I kind of want to go. If you want to go to an escape room with me, let me know. Let's go to an escape room. Anybody free this week? Let's go to an escape room. Because now I'm nervous about what I'm like in an escape room. Because I feel like I will mess it up. I feel like I will mess it up. Felicia says, hey, Felicia. Felicia says, that's not Felicia. Nora says, there's a nice one out there. Let me know. Yeah, I want to try one. Felicia says, I went and it was fun. Does it stress you out? Lindsay, not at all. You have to work together with your party and other people at times, is what Lindsay says. And Nora says it's fun. I don't know, y'all. I feel like I would mess up. I feel like I would mess up a good opportunity because if I start stressing out, I don't know that I would be a good. I don't know. Maybe, but let me experience it first, and then I'll know if he's like, let's go to escape room on a first date. I'm gonna be like, nope. I'll probably be like, nope, because I don't want to mess it up. Tia says escape room can be hard. I don't get all the clues. Exactly. So if I don't get the clues, I don't want the person to be like, she's a dummy. You know, not taking her out again. You know, Felicia says it does stress you out, but your team is there to help you. But if they don't know you, then they're not going to be able to really comfort you. If you don't know you, right? I don't know. But we're trying to be Boot Up, right? So let's go on out on Boot Up by LMA. I want to try an escape room now, but not on a date. I want to try an escape room, but not on a date. Here's LMA Boot Up, y'all. For first date, I said Felicia said, oh, wait, what? Lindsay says, then y'all can be slow together. Yeah, he'd be like, never again. Nora says, you'd be able to see how he comforts you. I feel like it would be a fail. Felicia says, for a first date, I would say no, absolutely. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Glad you're here. Wouldn't want y'all help me today because today was really frustrating. I really appreciate you. Love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. If somebody wants to go to escape room, I am on spring break. Let me know. Hit me up. Let's go to escape room. But let's go to escape room. I want to try it out so that I can know that I know what it's like to even consider something like that for a date. Love y'all. Have a great week. Know that you matter. You've always mattered. Stay true to who you are. And I will see you same time. Well, not same time because I had some car issues this morning. I will see you next Sunday. All right. Take care. All right, y'all. See you next week. Love you. Thanks.